Hey everybody, Spencer Sutton here with Evernest, and I wanted to wish you a happy new year. And then I just want to give you a quick market update, some things that we're thinking about going into 2024. Now, as we know, 2023 was a very interesting year. We saw rising interest rates. We saw demand for rentals still fairly strong. We saw the prices for rentals starting to normalize because in 2020 through 2022, we witnessed like increases in rental rates across the country in all of our markets, and that was great for owners. And honestly, it was still very affordable for most residents out there because interest rates were rising so high. It made the opportunity to buy properties much more scarce, especially for first-time home buyers who couldn't afford the median home price in the U.S., which is right now around $400,000. And so rental demand remains really, really strong. However, with the normalizing in 2023 of rental rates, we still have good demand, but the rental rates are starting to normalize. I want to give you a couple of what I feel are maybe some helpful hints or helpful tips for 2024 as you look to rent properties in 2024, maybe even to purchase properties in 2024, because I do believe there's going to be opportunities in the market for people to buy rental properties at reasonable prices. First tip I would say is when you're thinking about renting your property, do your best to come up with the great market rate. Now, what I mean by this is for the past several years, we've been able to push the market rates to the higher end. But now, in 2023, we saw this normalizing. I believe it's going to be more important for you to find a great rental rate, what we think is fair market rental, and stick with that. And you need to do that on the front end because great residents are going to know what your property's worth, because if they're looking at your property, they're also looking at other properties around in the neighborhood. And if all things are equal, square footage, bedrooms, bathrooms, year built, amenities, those types of things, if all things are equal, they're going to choose the rental rate that makes the most sense to them, which is typically the one that's a little bit less expensive. So do your best to set a great rental rate first. The second tip is make sure that your property is in great shape. Now, this is something we get all the time because, frankly, owners would love to rent their properties without doing a lot of work to them, and I completely understand that. Being a rental owner myself, I understand the frustration of having to, either replace carpet or paint all the time, but I would say it's going to be really important in 2024 to attract the best residents for you to make sure your property is in great shape when you start to show it. When you put it on the market, it needs to be, from the best of your knowledge, it needs to be rent ready. So those are the two things I think will help you in 2024 the most: setting the right rental rate at the get-go, and then number two, making sure the property is in great shape. Back in 2021 and 2022, you really didn't have to do that. You could still rent property and you could rent it for the max price. But 2024 is going to be a little bit different this year. So that's just our advice to you a little bit as we look forward into 2024. If we can ever do anything for you, we would love for you to reach out to us. We're always available to help. If you're a current client of Evernest, you can reach out at support@evernest.co, and we'd love to talk to you about your rental property. If you're not yet a client of Evernest, we would love to speak with you. We have some great people, some team members who help landlords, and they discuss the different rental markets, and you can reach us at sales@evernest.co. We'd be happy to talk to you there. And one more thing, if you need a rental estimate, don't hesitate to click on the link below this video on YouTube, and you can fill out the form. We'll get you a rental estimate. What this does is it just pulls comps from around your property, around that area, and says, hey, based on these comps, we believe your property will rent for this. So you can have that. It's free of charge. We provide it to anybody who wants it. So feel free to do that if you want. And subscribe to our channel, because in 2024, we're going to be producing some great landlord content with helpful hints and market updates for real estate investors and landlords just like you.